Hey guys, what's up? I'm bringing you guys something new here. A couple of people asked about it in the comments. So I actually figured I'd bring one video for this little draft league series first, and then I'll do my others that require a bit more thought and strategy a bit later on, just so I don't disclose all of my sets and ideas. But for those of you who don't know, there's a type of play called draft league, where basically each Pokemon is assigned a point total, and then players are put into pools, and they kind of draft in a snake draft fashion. So round one, I was the second pick overall, for example, and I drafted Tornadus. And I'm actually going to go here, and you just see, scroll down just a wee bit. Yeah, but you can see my team here. So in the first round, I picked Tornadus, and it's just cut off by a little bit. I can't. Can I zoom out? Yeah, okay, here we go. So you can see my team here. Tornadus, I picked that round one. And then I took Aegislash, Mega Slowbro, Rhyperior, Mandibuzz, Sylveon, and Rotom. And I only picked 7 Pokemon just because I felt a team with 7 good Pokemon was better than a team with it's like six good Pokemon and 2 mediocre Pokemon. So I could kind of pick and choose my 6 here and find like a really solid 6 no matter what. And of course, other people saw it differently. For example, everyone else in my pool picked all 8, which is completely fine. And this was my first game, and I was against this guy called Elmnt44. He seems like a bit of a newer player to me. He picked Cobalion, Hydreigon, Odino Mega, Excadrill, Whimsicott, Emboar, Basculin, and Caracosta. Anyway, let's get on into the game itself and just describe my prep beforehand. So right off the bat, seeing as he took Cobalion on 1 and he had a lot of points left over, you're allowed 90 points. So you can't just pick the best Pokemon left every single round. You've got to get a budget after a certain point. So for example, Tornadus T and Aegislash are great Pokemon. They're both top tier Pokemon, especially in a draft league format, because you also consider that the most versatile Pokemon are inclined to do better. And something with like Regenerator can also give you a lot of like longevity and potential to check things. And due to the move pool and Regenerator of Tornadus Darien, coupled with the fact that it got Nasty Plot, because this is post DLC, um, there were a lot of things you could do with it basically. So I picked that first round, second pick overall, and it's worked wonders so far. Aegislash round 2, just because steel types are fantastic, and Aegislash has a combination of being dumb strong and dumb bulky. It played right. Then I picked Mega Slowbro, which wasn't worth nearly as much as those guys, but it gives me another Regenerator user, and it's bulky, so it's able to check things like offensive ground types like Gliscor, Extra Landers, Sea Zygarde, which are all phenomenal. On top of that, it can also check things like the fighting types I see, Emboar and Cobalion, which might not be as common in draft, but are also good. And then the Devil in the Room, Dracovish, even a Choice Band Dracovish can be kept in check by a Mega Slowbro. So that's always good to have as well. Then also later on in the draft, I picked Rhyperior for my Stealth Rocker as it checks Hurricane Zapdos, which is post DLC, and non-Grass Knot Tapu Koko. And of course, give it berries to help check that. Also checks like Rotom Heat. And in this matchup, I didn't like to use it because a lot of his Pokemon naturally beat Rhyperior, and I didn't really feel a need for rocks this match. I just want to make sure I checked everything. But I also picked Mandibuzz as my Defogger / Aegislash and Dragapult check. And it gives me something else that's not grounded, which is always cool. I picked Sylveon, just always good to have a fairy type, and Wish Support, or I could go for Specs Hyper Voice, which is just dumb strong. Would have been great in this game as well. And then last but not least, I picked the Rotom, which I brought over Rhyperior in this game. Great for momentum. It's a nice water resist as well on top of Slowbro, so I could like run especially defense check harder pump, or I could stop a Scarf on it and give me some speed control, which is what I happen to do here. So going into this game, my team was pretty interesting. I elected to use Scarf Rotom with speed for +2 Caracosta with plus speed and a couple other things. Made sure it was faster than all Scarf Emboar. And of course, it outruns everything in neutral without like +1, like Whimsicott as well. So with the Choice Scarf. And I think I stopped Wisp on it as the last move, but it could be a Thunderbolt. I honestly don't remember. And of course, with Frick, just triple things, Leaf Storm and Volt Switch as well. Mandibuzz, I just made the Defogger as it matched up pretty well with Excadrill, and I wanted to run a Taunt plus U-turn Tornadus with Hurricane and Heatwave as well. As a combination of Hurricane and Heatwave with Taunt was mad threatening to his entire team. And I also didn't even need to max out speed. I didn't mind being slower than this guy. I just wanted to outrun Cobalion, so they give me a ton of bulk to also live things like Choice Specs Draco Meteor from Hydreigon or a +2 Iron Head from Excadrill if need be. So that was cool. On top of that, I also thought, okay, he has some nice Ghost Resist in Hydreigon and Audino, but if I run Substitute plus Toxic Gauge slash, those two get whittled down very quickly, and then Shadow Ball just drives stress to the team, and I could easily sub up on Whimsicott, on Audino, or on Cobalion, depending on the set. So I actually went with that more of a finesse kind of defensive Aegislash in this game. It did have some speed and special attack, but it was sub-toxic with King Shield and Shadow Ball as well. And last but not least, just standard Wish Sylveon with a ton of special defense to live +2 modest Life Orb, Flash Cannon after Stealth Rock from Hydreigon, and a physically defensive Slow Pro to check Choice Band Emboar, and Excadrill, Cobalion, and of course it's Mega as well. So let's get on into the game. My opponent, he lost his first game pretty lopsidedly, so I felt pretty confident coming in. I get a nice lead. Tornadus looked pretty fine against everything, though. I get a heat wave up for 70%, which reveals he's an offensive drill, and he goes for rocks here. Now, he goes Hydreigon here, and I just go for the safe heat wave, saying, okay, if you want to give me a kill, give me a kill. And now I know, okay, if he Scarf for whatever reason, I even live Scarf Head Smash from Adamant, but also if any special hit, so I just get a U-turn off, and I go Sylveon, and I shrug off this Dark Pulse, only does 11%, and that does reveal that he has some special attack investment, though. That's fine, though, of course. I go for a Conservative Wish, and now I'm going to go back to Tornadus. I'm going to live any one hit, even if it's Choice Banded. And he goes for an Iron Head, and it does very little. It bounces off, though, and now I feel safe going for a U-turn. I get some momentum here. He reveals he's Citrus Berry, which kind of cued me off the fact that he's Belch, but then I calculate, like, okay, even if he is Belch, this is the safest play. It can't even come close to taking out me, unless he's, like, somehow gets a special attack boost, which he's not getting, and Hyper Voice takes him out. So yeah, I'm left at 50%, but that's more than okay. Now, I don't want to risk him getting a Swords Dance on his King Shield, so I'm just going to go to my Slowbro and shrug off that Iron Head here. Yep. Now he goes Whimsicott, so I go for Teleport, which is fine. Sylveon's going to be my play here, so I can potentially Wish up. He goes for Energy Ball, and while it is Life Orb, it's only 21%, so even with a critical hit, it wouldn't have killed me there, and I would have just been able to protect the next turn. But now that I'm healthy enough, I'm actually going to go for Protect the Guard for the crit anyway, and that's going to leave me at 84%. And now back to Slowbro. Yeah, it's just pretty cyclical at this point. He does reveal a Swords Dance, which indicates that if he's at like X's, it could be annoying, but he goes for Close Combat there, and I'm going to fire off a Strong Scald. It's going to do 57%, and if for whatever reason he's X's, I do Scout with it with Aegislash here. He goes for Iron Hit, though. Only 27%. That's okay. He's in Shadow Ball range. I don't really need this too healthy anyway. I need Slowbro healthy for Excadrill and Emboar, however. He's going to go for Iron Head into the King Shield as well. That's really going to help me. Iron Head there from the follow-up turn isn't even going to break the substitute, so I go for the sub there, and now I'm able to get this kill from behind the substitute. Of course, you can't flinch this, and you even get the critical hit. So that's really cool. It's going to clinch a Toxic at something like Audino, or a hit on Emboar, Excadrill, or Whimsicott. He's going to go to that Emboar, and I'm actually going to reveal that I'm quicker here, which is bizarre, seeing as I barely ran any speed. And he went for Burn Up. Now, at this point, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? I go for another sub knowing I'm quicker, and he goes for Flamethrower, which now isn't even stabbed, I believe. And he's taking poison damage, but he's leftovers, slow, burn up. I just go for a King Shield saying, okay, I don't feel like risking anything here. He goes for Flamethrower. That's totally fine by me. We're only 20 turns into the game. I don't really need to take any big risks, though, because I'm way ahead. So I'm just going to go for another substitute. And I think here I go for King Shield again, and maybe he switches to Excadrill. No, he's going to actually stay in and go for another Flamethrower. And at this point, after all these leftovers, unless he's like max special defense plus, I should be able to take him out with Shadow Ball. So he goes to Audino on that Shadow Ball. And now I'm wary of this having knockoff for Flamethrower. So I want a King Shield here for sure, I think. No, actually go for the substitute knowing I'm probably quicker. And he Megas right off the bat, which negates his Regenerator. So I don't really understand that play by him, but that worked out fine for me. I just go slow burn. Okay, I don't want to lose Pokemon because differential actually comes to the tiebreak, so I'd much rather 6-0 than 5-0. He does get the Flamethrower burn here, but that's okay. He goes for a Heal Bell of his own to heal off the poison. And now I go for a Toxic on him here, so I'm going to be forcing another Heal Bell probably. But now I'm scared of a Thunderbolt potentially killing me after burn damage, so I don't want to risk Teleport or anything. He's like modest for whatever reason. So I just go to Sylveon here, and that could give me a free chance to, say, get a Wish or a Heal Ball off of my own. And in fact, I go for the Heal Ball to just get that burn off Slowbro so I can consistently check the Excadrill, because I wasn't killing with Hyper Voice always anyway, I believe, depending on spreads. So yeah. Now I go right back to Slowbro, and I'm like, okay, I can get this Regenerator easily enough, and I can force more Heal Bells, whatnot. I'd just go for Teleport there to go to Mana Buzz, though, as I can rid Field of Rocks. And I don't mind taking whatever he has to throw at me. And that happened to be a Draining Kiss, which only does 32%. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. Now I'm going to go Slowbro here. He's going to Wish. Now he's going to go Excadrill. Do I predict this in Scald? No, actually just go for the Conservative Toxic, knowing maybe he goes Whimsicott. And that is entirely fine. He's all up to full now. But look, that Earthquake's only going to do 30%. And my Scald is going to not only do a ton of damage, it's actually going to bring down a Sash thanks to a critical hit, which is fortunate for me, but I'm not sure my opponent had a way of winning anyway. Now I'm predicting Earthquake or Whimsicott, so I just go Tornadus here. And I'm able to fire off a Hurricane, so he goes Whimsicott, which forces him into Audino. And now I'm able to reveal that I am in fact Taunt as he goes for a Wish. And now I go for another Hurricane, and unfortunately it's going to go to the left here. As he goes for a 20% Draining Kiss and heals up 13%. And knowing how much it's healing, I know I can't stay into 1v1 this the whole time because I don't want to risk anything. Especially if I don't get confusions. But yeah, we're going to go for another trade-off there. And this time I go for a follow-up Taunt as he Draining Kisses again, which is a good play by him predicting the Taunt. And seeing as I'm not making much progress here, I'm just going to go for that U-turn, which is really safe. Bring in my Slowbro. Yep. He goes for Draining Kiss here. Now, I believe I just Toxic here, knowing that I can force Heal Bell teleport off and potentially get some leftovers with Aegis Slash as well. He goes for a Wish as I could teleport and Aegis Slash, and yeah, it's going to give me a free opportunity for some leftovers. And, oh, crap. Uh, ooh, my bad. Didn't expect that to happen in the middle. I'm sorry about that. Let's go back a couple turns. So yeah, we're gonna go teleport here as he wishes and get the Aegis Slash in. That's okay. Now he's just gonna go King Shield. I mean, I'm gonna go King Shield just so I could get in substitute range as he's gonna Flamethrower. And now I'm gonna predict him to just Heal Bell off. So I'm gonna go back to Slowbro, I think, to just reapply that Toxic hopefully. Instead, he's gonna go for a Flamethrower to try and take out the Aegis Slash, but he's gonna get another burn on the Slowbro, which while it's okay, I definitely want to heal that off eventually, and I do have enough heal bell PP to do that. So I'm just going to go right to Sylveon at this point. As I don't see it's going to last much longer. See, he took so much poison damage there. I go for heal bell, as you see, and so does he. So we get both of his heal belling up. And I might have had a chance to kill him with Hyper Voice here if he's physically defensive, but there's no real point in risking it. Hurricane damage revealed it was probably more of a mixed spread anyway. Now he's gonna wish, and he's gonna go to the Embor. I just wanted to make sure he didn't get extra or Embor healed up, so I caught the Embor there. That's fine. He doesn't go for wish. I'm gonna go for another toxic, and there's just no way out for Elmnt44 at this point. So we're gonna start putting the game on fast now. As you see, I just get the Aegis Slash in at this point. I'm gonna recover from some leftovers, and we go for King Shield. At this point, there's just no real messing around for me. Just gotta play straightforward, and I'm fine. And I'm just slowly healing up my Pokemon. You see there, Regenerator is just doing God's work. Leftovers plus King Shield's doing God's work. So yeah, I don't mind him wishing because he only has so much wish PP as well. As you see, he only has 9 left. So stalling that out is completely fine by me at this point. He goes Drill here on a Toxic, which is a good play by him. But now he goes Adino on a Scald, and he's hoping to get burnt, I guess, so he doesn't have to waste Heal Bell PP. And I guess his wish, but that just means this game will go a bit longer. I get Aegis Slash back in here, which is fine. Again, we're just going to go right back to Slowbro. And again, he's forced to waste PP, and since he doesn't have Regenerator, he's really going to have to accelerate that wasting. Now I go Mandibuzz here. I Brave Bird just to see damage. I do 18. He goes for Heal Belt. That's fine by me. I just didn't want that Wish going to Whimsicott. That's the main thing. Even if it wasn't your fault. And now I go for Roost on a Flamethrower. It's going to crit for 30. That's fine. I can just shrug off all this damage. Even Draining Kiss the Mandibuzz on a crit isn't doing half. See, he's going to do Heal Belt here for some reason as I Toxic. I'm just trying to waste a turn. And that actually works wonders to me because now I'm going to do more scale damage to him over turns. And then I'm going to teleport Aegis Slash to heal up a little more. And as you see, I was near 0 health before, and now I'm all the way back up to 68%, which is great. And now I'm knowing that I could live 2 Flamethrowers with ease in this form. I just go for a Toxic here, but he switches to Whimsicott for some reason. He reveals Moonblast. I'm like, okay, even though Life Orb Shadow Ball critical hit can't kill me from 80 now, but I'm going to go Sylveon anyway, just in case, I don't know, like, he's like Leech Seed Rest, especially defensive. I just didn't want to risk anything, and I get the burn off of the Slowbro finally. And now it's pretty much looking like checkmate. Within the next 20 or 30 turns, I should be able to take him out for sure. And you'll see, in fact, here that I get a Skull Burn on the Audino, which is good. Prevents him from passing a wish. And now I'm able to go for a teleport back into that Aegis Slash, which is literally going to finish the game at like full health at this point. He goes Excadrill as I go King Shield again. That's fine. Now I go Tornadus, knowing him quicker. He goes Iron Head. Again, even crit can't kill me. I go U-turn just to regenerate off the health. And I get Aegis Slash in and see when Audino. And now I can just go Slowbro and take the Flamethrower, waste PP, regen out myself, back to Sylveon, Draining Kiss, and yeah, there's no real way out for him. So the game's going to promptly end within the next couple turns, it seems. I Hyper Voice here, and looking at his wish PP, he only has 5 left, so I should be able to muscle through in the long haul, and seeing his Draining Kiss only does 11%, it's looking pretty bleak for him, even if he's getting that wish here. I'm doing 30% to him, so he's got some physical defense, and to add insult injury, I get a crit there on the heal belt, and now this is in range for another Hyper Voice, given a decent roll, and I'm going to get that to speed up. Oh, no, I'm not going to get it, but he's not going to go for wishing on Draining Kiss, so I'm going to kill him the next turn, yep. And from here, Tornadus can clean up, Mandibuzz can clean up, Aegis Slash could potentially clean up, but he's going to go Whimsicott instead of the Drill to not force me out, so I get a Hyper Voice kill, see Psychic just does 15%, not sure what that was predicting, but it doesn't matter, and now to preserve the 6-0, I'm going to go to Slowbro, he's going to Iron Head and Earthless and do a third, as Skull's going to take him out. So I'm going to get the 6-0 win for +6 differential and my first win of the Cash Game Draft. That's pretty cool. So big shout outs for Generator and Teleport for this one, as well as Wish. My old friends from Singles OU definitely carrying over. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you like the draft content, you want more in the future, hey, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know. Definitely all in for that moving forward. I'm really enjoying this format. It's different than OU tiers and Smogon tiers, but it's really enjoyable. So yeah, peace.